Mahomes swings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! Ready? Down! Put.
Hello? You play to win the game. I don't want winners. I want people that want to win.
Happy Hump Day, mofos. What's up, brothers? How y'all doing tonight, man?
Surprise, motherfuckers.
Am I too loud?
Surprise,
Am I too loud?
motherfuckers.
You good? But I said, nah.
Yeah. Y'all missed me last night? I missed you mofos, man.
Hey,
We
you know
got
what
Jake
I'd
up
say?
in the
Look,
house.
I'd say I missed you last night, but I wasn't there either. I was in the comments, though.
I was looking at the back of my eyelids. But heard y'all had some fun last night, man. I heard you did.
Uncle's cutting up. He was having a good old time.
You got a leg underneath him.
Oh, yeah.
Weirdo talks up in the house.
We had a whole dessert conversation, all type of stuff.
Okay. Well, see, our first topic for the night, man. The guy, I know he's on his way, but he probably gonna miss it because this is right up his alley. And this is here we go. But it involves Jake's boy, man. His national championship winning head coach Ryan Day.
Let's go.
What do you do now?
He's crying, man. He's crying. So he says that the Big Ten deserves to have at least, in quotations, 4 automatic bids for the new college football bracket that's supposed to expand to 16 teams for 2026. Jake.
But then
Hold on. I get to go first. Go ahead, Coach.
That's what I was calling you.
he said, hold on.
No,
I got shut up.
He said Jake, so I thought there was an extra question behind it. I wanted to know what it was.
Fair enough.
No, that's not
But
what you did.
defend your guy, Jake.
Well, you see, the thing is, I can't.
See, what happened was.
No, he's an idiot for this. There should be no automatic bids. There should be the automatic bids for the conference champions. Other than that, what's this whole deserve complex thing we got going on here? Ain't no one deserves shit. Play and win and get in. Automatic bid, my ass. Big Ten, there's 4. Fuck off. I hated that. I saw that. I'm like, there ain't no way he really said this. I thought it was clickbait.
Will, he says, we're in the Big Ten. I quote this, right? We're in the Big Ten. We have 18 teams and some of the best programs in the country. I feel like we deserve to have at least 4 automatic qualifiers. That takes away from the whole scenario, right?
Yes, but so right now, how many automatic bids are there? They're just the championship games, right?
Correct.
It's 4, I think.
Not 5.
5 automatic bids.
Yes.
Yeah, whenever fucking Notre Dame decides to show up. I hate
Yeah.
Nah, there is a 5th though. I don't know who it is.
So this is the SEC, Big Ten, Big 12.
Take away theirs. So look, if you're gonna start doing ACC, if you're gonna start
ooh, brother.
Ooh, brother. If you're gonna start adding automatic bids outside of the conference championships, then I guess because you're expanding, then you could do 2 each. But 4, he's out of his mind. What are you talking about?
But you're taking away from the point of getting teams that aren't normally in there away if you're giving automatic bids to the Power 5. That's not what they're expanding for. That's not the reasoning.
Here's the thing, though. Not all conferences are made equal. It's funny because you have, Jake, you specifically have the opposite take when it comes to divisions in the NFL. You're like, it should just be the best teams.
Well, that makes sense.
But like, right. But here's the thing, though. Like, Atlanta, and so right. But so here you're saying that like, so you want no automatic bids at all, not even conference championship.
No, I mean if you're ranked 1 through 16, that should be who's in my opinion. Because if you're good enough to win your division, that means you only got like 1 or 2 losses in there. And if you're that good, you will be ranked in the top 16.
Right, but not all divisions are created equally, though. That's, I guess, where my problem is.
But we still get teams like, I don't know, whatever that was, UCF, when they were doing good in their division and they were ranked high but missed the 4 playoff games, right? I mean, stuff like that. Or like, what is it, Florida State years ago when it was only 4 teams and they were the 5th seed, but they were undefeated but missed, and only one undefeated team made it that year, and it was another 1-loss teams each. If you're that good, and we're seeing this from strength of schedule and everything, you should be ranked within that top 16. Hi, Harper.
Also,
what are you doing opening my door? Sorry, hold on.
let's be very clear too. Some of these teams, like I said, not all divisions are created equally. So cool, you won your conference, you get a bid. But like, if you win in like we get like Boise State, they won theirs, right? Did they really? Yes. Did they really hold up their? That's what I meant to say. Your idea that we're expanding this playoff to get more different teams in is 100% false. That's not why they're doing it. First and foremost, they're expanding for more money. Period.
Extra games.
Make the bowl games matter too.
If you're expanding for money, you don't want shit teams in those games because no one's going to watch them like the shitty bowl games we used to never watch.
And
same thing.
I'm also contradicting there, and that's not exactly what I mean by getting the differences of teams. If this difference of teams, say a Navy or an Army or whatever, they're within that. They're what do they call it? That's an independent team though, but not the point. If they're within the top 16 because their record makes them in their games and their play and schedule or whatever makes them within that top 16, they should make it. And by the way, just to make sure that I make this sound right, I'm not against automatic bids. I'm fine with the conference champion, the top 4 in those Power 5 get the automatic bids in the bye if there was a bye, but there's not going to be one with the 16 seeded playoff. But it should be the top 16 other than that top 4 teams that won their conference.
In my opinion, the automatic bids reward tougher conferences.
Which is why the Big 10, SEC, ACC, and Big 12 all get on those bids.
Right. And so if you're expanding this, and then here's the other thing. We all try to make this playoff. We all wanted the playoff because before there was any playoff, not even just the expanded, before the 14 playoff, when it was just was basically voted by the committee. What we all used to say, oh, what's their process? We don't believe their process. Some years strength of schedule means more, other years certain big games win more, other years the conference title means more. We would always complain about what the equation was that got them there. Well, guess what? I still kind of have that complaint if we're talking about just the top 16 teams in the top 25 when that time of the year rolls around. What's the formula for that? Because if you're saying strength of schedule runs it, then a lot of those teams aren't getting in anyway. They play no one. So like I think if you expand it and then just make it top 16 teams, we're circling right back around to why we even started the playoff, which is what the fuck is their formula? So this is a tough one, man. It was never not gonna be an issue. The playoff is supposed to help this. I feel like expanding it and then making it just plain flat out the top 16 teams, I think that brings you back to the issues that we had why we even created the playoff.
Well, I guess my gripe about it is why do we do this, not formula, but why do we do this basically ranking system in the NFL where these are the 4 winners and the next best records get in by this way because of they beat this person? Because I I get it why that makes sense because it's only these certain teams, and this team beat this team head to head, which is why they're in front. And you can't do that in college, I guess. But I feel like that makes the most sense. If you have a bigger or a better record, then 15 is going to be ranked higher because strength of schedule / they have a better record, or if they're tied, strength of schedule gets them above that 16 seed type deal.
Also, in the NFL, there's more cross section. So, like, even if you didn't play this team, that someone is saying that is ahead of you, even if you the hat with the background was crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, brother.
What's going
Happy
on?
birthday,
y'all,
TQ.
Appreciate it. You know what's crazy? First song I played this morning was Stevie Wonder, Happy Birthday.
My
God.
God.
Off my morning, brushing my teeth. You know, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all
Hey, man, you put the cash out, man.
Yes, sir.
Slide my man some tax money.
Hell yeah. Let him go to a strip club he can get in trouble at.
Yeah, shit. No strip club tonight, unfortunately. Matter of fact, 60 ain't too far, Will. If you know, you know. Squire ain't too far from here.
Uh-huh. Damn sure.
We're talking about your dream, man. The expansion of the college football playoff.
Oh, nice.
Ryan Day came out and said that they deserve to have 4 teams from the Big East. From the Big Ten. My bad.
Oh.
He dead naming.
Sorry.
Will always says nothing deserved.
Feelings.
Will always says nothing deserved. So why does he feel like 4 Big Ten teams deserve all that?
I do not believe that.
I made sure I said that earlier too.
Jake doesn't agree either.
I don't agree on the standpoint.
I don't agree either.
We see the top of we like the top team, for instance, in each big conference. Mm-hmm. The second best team in that conference may not be ideal the second best team in the country. So it's like you can't really do that, and it's proven last year with the SEC. You know how many teams they had and what happened in the circumstance. Like you can't judge like that. You know, you already get advantages already by playing soft schedules at times. So
soft schedules, because you're already going to be automatically in the top 10, then you're going to have just not mess up. You're going to naturally get the recruits because you're going to be ranked year after year to start off in just endless cycles. Shout out to Alabama.
Right, so I don't agree with that. I don't feel what Ryan Day saying. I mean, he's on the high horse right now after a national championship, so shout out to him. But there's a difference between being on the high horse and being high. And I think Ryan Day might have been high.
he high on the high horse. He double high. I agree with y'all. I don't agree with Ryan Day. He's cooked. But like I said, if you're gonna start handing out bids to a 16, because think about it. So it's 5 bids, right? If you give all them same conferences 2 bids, then there's 6 teams left over that the rest can fight over. Seems fair.
Now, before we wrap this one up, one thing that is going on, and we've talked about it a little bit here a couple of times, is if the SEC and the Big Ten get together and decide that they don't need the NCAA anymore, how would shift, the college football. Now, one thing that has been rumored is that they say that they supported a model to give I think it's the Big 12 has supported a model that would give spots to the top 5 conference champions in 11 at-large bids. However, the Big 10 wishes not publicly advance for a particular model, and the SEC have discussed the model with 4 guaranteed spots for each conference, 2 for the Big 12 and ACC, 1 for the top group of 5 champions, and 3 at-large bids.
Yeah. This is extra steps, man. Why are we taking extra steps? Play the games. Let's just play football. What are we doing?
That part.
Money's already buying y'all good rep anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least let the place speak for itself.
Shaking trees. All right. Next up, fellas, Scottish football again. Y'all gonna like this because I think, Jake will gonna like this for sure. And they projected the top 7, I believe, college football wide receiver cores.
He's been on PFF because I was on that article today.
Hey man, you got to use our resources.
Absolutely.
So I want to name the 7 teams, and I'm opening up for you guys to discuss. USC, LSU, shout out to Dale, who didn't know. But anyways, Texas Tech, Alabama.
Thank you. He didn't know.
Auburn.
Wait, USC.
Ohio State. Say again.
USC was 1?
USC was 1.
What the hell?
I don't think it's a ranking. I think that's got in no particular order.
Okay.
But yeah, USC, LSU, Texas Tech, Alabama, Auburn, Ohio State, and Clemson. Which, by the way, I think obviously Ohio State has the #1 wide receiver in the nation. I think the kid from Clemson might be number 2.
Clemson. Is it what? Not Wingo. That's y'all. What's his
Brian
name?
Westco Jr.
Westco. Yeah. He's problematic. Because
Shout out to a local kid.
Okay. I bet. It was So they got man, we're gonna have fun with this app. I can't wait for the season to roll around, man. Because this app gives so much information, bro.
You been in there, Will? You been cooking, man?
Oh, bro, I was there all in between everything I was doing today. I was on this motherfucker.
The 2 freeze?
Nah, man.
Nah, he just stoic. He's just real stoic. That's all.
I'm absorbing y'all talking this beauty, man. Shout out to Coach, man. PFF, man. Listen, I'm listening to y'all singing.
I peeped the college football top 10 receiving core entering the 2025 season. That's the one that I saw. You saw a 7-1. I think that was a little different. The one I saw had Ohio.
Let's talk about yours.
But we're gonna address both. The one I saw had Ohio State at #1, and it's mostly because of how fucking good Jeremiah Smith is. But also Tate's a problem. Tate, they're projecting him as a first-round receiver, and
didn't he get some other stud, like 6'6" stud coming in or something?
That's
what LSU got.
Yeah, all of our starting wide receivers are all 5-star recruitments. And then coming in next year, we got Chris Henry Jr. That's who you're thinking of, Coach.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
So the one just right quick. So you said what yours was. Mine had Ohio State first, Auburn second, Clemson third, Ole Miss fourth, Bama fifth, Georgia 6th, LSU 7th, which I thought was kind of crazy, Texas 8th, Texas A&M 9, and 10 was Notre Dame. But that's whatever. That's 2 different people writing their articles, and this is what we've got a combination of.
I like yours better. Got it on
I was thinking that you might. I was thinking that you might. And yeah, so I think so. A lot of these got built. Some of them got built naturally. Ohio State's pretty natural. Those guys have been there. Auburn got some transfers. They got Georgia Tech transfer Eric Singleton, who was 5th on the list. 5th on the list and has track speed. They say he has 1,400 yards in the past 2 seasons, I think. And they got Cam Coleman. Problematic. Clemson, yeah, a lot of Clemson's is truly based on that man Brian Westco. He's gonna be a real problem. I mean, yeah, I like that team too. Ole Miss got some guys. Bama has the other stud from last year as a freshman, Ryan Williams. They also added who'd they add today? Oh no, they're the other one that's kind of natural because they also got Jeremy Bernard, who was also really good last year for them. That's their top 2. Georgia snuck into this number 6 spot because they went out and got
that was surprising.
Because they got the kid from USC.
Right.
And that was the big move we had talked about when a lot of this happened that it kind of went under the radar. But I was like, yo, that's a huge pickup for them. I was just like, well, who gonna throw them the rock? Because first of all, they don't throw a lot. And he's the kind of guy you got to get him touches, man. He's fast as hell. So I'm fascinated about that team. They also went out and got Thomas, who's like a 6'6" guy, going to that school. I don't really know a lot about that kid. LSU, which again, Dale claims to know who these people were, but he did not. They added Barry Brown out of Kentucky, who I really like.
That dude can fly.
That he is fast, like real fast. 6 foot, about 185. So he's already decent NFL receiver size, and just he's faster than pretty much everyone that they're gonna put out there on him. And they went out and got the kid Nick Anderson out of Oklahoma, who's 6'6", but somehow can still run down the field at decent speed. So
who's starting to rock for them?
Who? Big Nussy. It's Big Nuss still.
Ah, that's right.
Big
he came
Nussy.
back.
And it's gonna be he got two guys.
New Orleans Saint. It's guaranteeing him to be a Saint, man.
And right here, no. Not only is this guaranteeing him to be a Saint, it's also guaranteeing that like he's gonna have a Heisman level like season because he got an arm that we all know that he can go down the field. We know that, and now he got two guys who can go out there and get under those passes. So they're gonna be pretty dangerous. And Texas, so. They talk about y'all losing Golden, Gunnar Helm, Isaiah Bond. You know what I mean? They talk about that. But Ryan Wingo going to step up. You talked about DeAndre Moore Jr., which is how it looks when you know the guys on your team. And
jab.
Yeah. Just let y'all be here. He'll be all right. And then they got Jack Endries, second ranked tight end, so he a good tight end replacement. Talk about Emmett Mosley, the 5th. Yeah, that's a V. Damn, they love that name in that family, huh? You get to the 5th, that's crazy.
That's the kid that they snaked from Florida. He originally was going to go to Florida.
You bastard. I don't learn the names of motherfuckers who bounce and don't come here, but yeah, good job. And Texas A&M got the kid from NC State, which is heartbreaking for NC State because he's one of their better like players probably ever on this team. But Kevin Concepcion, he's a stud, and he's probably going to be a top 5 or 10 receiver off the board. So, yeah, and Notre Dame, I don't know why they gave them love. I mean, Malachi Fields is good, but like, Jaden Greathouse had a good year last year. I don't know. I feel like I could come up with a better. I feel like I could come up with a better number 10 spot. They did honorable mention Penn State, which again I think I could come up with maybe if you gave me some time with a better receiving core than those last two. But yeah, man, Ohio State ranked number 1 as they probably should be because they got a whole NFL player on their roster right now.
Thank you.
And honestly, Tate is definitely an NFL player on that roster as well.
Megatron Jr.
Yeah, seriously. Auburn at 2, though. I'm going to be interested to see how that goes because Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton Jr., they're good. But, like, I didn't feel like adding or having them would automatically make them the second best receiving core in all of college football, especially with Ryan Williams out there somewhere. I guess they're assuming quarterbacks as well. Who's throwing the passes in Auburn, though?
That's the part I don't know because the quarterback graduated, right?
That's what I thought, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Wouldn't be the first time. See,
the quarterback is Arnold Jackson. Oh, that's the kid from Oklahoma.
Jackson Arnold. That's
there you go.
Jackson,
that's an Oklahoma kid.
Oh no, he got a little arm. I didn't know he went to Auburn. Well then, I stand corrected.
This list
was that a Will Campbell joke? Little arm.
This list looks kind of SEC-ish to me, man. You
gotta
eliminate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a helm on a limb, man, and take 2 teams off this list that won't be in the top 10. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go on a limb, and I'm gonna say Georgia.
I can agree with that.
I'm gonna say Georgia. I think honestly,
Because of quarterback, though.
Everybody else seems all right. You know, I want to see
Notre Dame?
Yeah. Notre Dame? Notre Dame, I think they got some guys. Maybe they didn't have the right quarterback last year. See what it is this year. Yeah. What?
They had Myers. They had Myers Leonard, the stud, the
they had Leonard. They had Leonard.
Not Myers Leonard.
Well, hold on. They had him.
What the hell, bro?
We knew kind of what the ceiling was with him, and then we found out.
Riley.
We thought he was gonna hit the look of the Irish, which I would have loved. You know what I'm saying? And probably would have had a better conversation about him tonight. But yeah, we'll keep Notre Dame at 10. We'll see if the QB makes a difference with the way they play. And yeah, but I would challenge Georgia, so it's not so SEC-ish. But at the end of the day, you still got these dominant receiving cores. You know, Texas is gonna come with a receiving core. You know, Texas A&M gonna come with some dogs. They always got some dogs over there. Clemson, happy to see Clemson somewhat now on the list. Let's see if they can dominate anything other than the ACC. And Ohio State. I mean, you pick them at number 1 and 2. It's not proven otherwise. You keep it.
I think Clemson has the potential to be number 1 because I think out of all these, they probably have the best quarterback in K. Klubnik.
Yeah. Which is why when you talk about quarterback play, assisting these receivers, I posit that my Gators belong on this list. At least somewhere down low. Not up, not high, because, but somewhere down low. See, the reason why they weren't, though, is because we lost like every receiver we had last year, except for the freshman who was in the same class as Wesco, same class as Ryan Williams, same class as Jeremiah Smith. And so not a lot was talked about. But because he was on a team with a lot of other like decent wideouts and the quarterback situation wasn't great for the first half of that year, he didn't get on the field enough. But that's Mizell. So we shall see, though. I think my Gators might be able to, by the end of the season or by mid-season, we can revisit this list, hopefully. Oh, can I tag it? Oh, I love this app. I can save this. Amazing.
SEC champs.
Yeah, kid in a fucking candy store.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
yeah.
Well, you heard me right. I said it.
I didn't hear actually at all.
Gators, SEC champs this year.
Yeah, it's definitely a chance, although we still have to run through Texas, so that's going to be a thing. But I think all roads lead through Texas. But we'll see y'all in Jacksonville, coach.
So your guy, what's your guy name? Real quick, I saw a listing. This guy named someone right here. Yeah, the SEC preseason QB rankings. How it ties into that. They actually had DJ Lagway as number 1 in the SEC.
Which is why I think our class could look good at receiver this year. Because he's going to make them look good. In college, when them guys start running around that backfield and he can't tackle them, receivers suddenly be wide open. And he got the arm to get them there. So I think
scramble drill.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, we brought in a 5-star recruit, which, I think is he 5 or 4? I think he's 4-star recruit. 4-star wideout who was one of the better wideouts in this recruiting class. We brought in 2 guys actually. So,
one of
Michael
them is Michael Sturdivant.
Oh, him. I think him too. But we also brought in
Eugene Wilson, Vernell Brown, and Dallas Wilson.
Vernell Brown is 4-star. Yeah, 5'11", 170, speedster. He's already enrolled. Same with Dallas Wilson. Dallas Wilson's 6'3", 195. So, yeah. Hopefully my Gators show up.
It's a big guy.
Yeah, he's tall. He's tall. But yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Already. All right,
season.
Switching gears. In NFL. This guy's still on the market. Talking about J.K. Dobbins. He is visiting Denver tonight. He had 1 year. This is off of. I think he originally played with the Ravens, right? and spend 1 year with the Chargers?
Yes.
Yeah.
What, do you think he signs with Denver? And if so, what's his impact?
They went out and got a back, right? So he's gonna be a change of pace guy. That's where he excels. Anytime you got him starting, he's not gonna make it through the whole season. He keeps showing that.
Yeah.
So
see, they have the starter is RJ Harvey.
So RJ Harvey's a rookie, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
I think Dobbins. I'm not even being an ass, but I mean he's gonna have to get acclimated. He's gonna have to get acclimated in the lineup. Dobbins probably see some early snaps at the starter snaps. I mean they'll get homie in though to where maybe Dobbins is a third down guy. But you can interchange that for a while, figuring who they just got in and who they're gonna probably grab up as a veteran. So that's how I see it.
I think he stays a free agent. He's going to end up a Jet.
Oh no!
Why would you wish that? Why would you wish that on him, man?
Give him aspirations, then.
Well, he just threw him in the dirt. Also, Coach.
Yes, sir.
The name you said. Sorry to bring it back to the last convo we were having, but the name you said, I forgot about that. So Dale can get me on that if he sees this, but don't tell him. Make him watch the show to see it. The Michael Sturdivant kid. Yes, that was UCLA's best target for like 2 years. He's nasty, and yes, he is a Gator now.
Okay.
So yeah, you said the name, and I'm like, that name sounds familiar. So yeah, then I realized who he was.
Y'all
right.
Yeah,
what?
y'all gonna be good, man. I think y'all.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Y'all, even though y'all got beat down, y'all show flashes, man. What a young team.
We had our quarterback situation was bad. Our receiver situation was hurt. We were getting our ass whooped, but that first half was still like we didn't let y'all blow us out in the first half. We played ball, and then they got ugly. It was kind of like the drunker I got, the worse my team got. When I was.
That sounds like a good day, bro.
It was.
That was Vegas setting it up. That's what it was.
They were like, "We're gonna get this motherfucker." But yeah, but
two gonna know about that Vegas.
Oh yeah, he know. But it showed that our defense can play with anybody. That's what it showed, and we didn't lose a lot from that defense. So, but yes, back to what we were on because I am the worst tangent man in history.
J.K. Dobbins.
Amen.
Thank you. Dobbins. God, it's bad. Dobbins.
So last year he had just over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns.
But see, you always got to wonder when it's a Harbaugh team because they do that with backs. They're able to do that with backs.
Is it the system or the guy?
Right. And he's a talented guy. I would say the number one stat for him last year was games played. I don't give a fuck about the numbers. Games played. That was literally the best stat for that man because he played a lot of games.
Milestone.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It was. I think it was a career high in games. I'm pretty sure. It was career high. Hey, look, I want what.
Yeah, you're right. 11 starts in 13 games.
Never before seen out of that man. Never before seen. I've always liked Dobbins. When the Ravens drafted him, I was hyped for that for his situation. I was like, oh, he gonna be a good change of pace back. And then they were like, hey, you want to be the starting back? And they were like, hey, that's a bad idea. This kid can't stay healthy at all. So, but will he go to Denver? That seems like I don't know. That's a great spot for. Hey, look, what I do know is that Peyton knows how to use a passing back out of the backfield. So for that'd be a good spot for him, actually. Peyton knows how to use it.
Preserves the injury woe too if you use him that way.
Right. But that also means that you're putting a lot of that means you're already doing this, but you're deciding that this rookie is going to be your starting running back on his team. And then JK going to be because if you bring JK in to start, you're going to get what you pay for or not, depending on how much you pay.
Fair enough. All right. Will.
Yes, sir.
I need you to roll right into this one, bro. I know it's going to piss you off.
All right.
But we can't have a play call sheet and not talk about Shedeur Sanders.
That's fine. I don't hate the kid. I want what's best for him.
Eventually, Shedeur's going to turn into Will's Aaron Rodgers.
No, I will never let him get. Well, I can't stop him. He can do it on his own. But I'm trying my hardest not to get him there. The coverage for him and his fan base arguing about him is who I was more mad at. He's not in Aaron territory yet. He's trying though.
He said he's trying. He's almost there. Oh, but so a national reporter provided an update. Who is this? Did it say reporter? And it says multiple Cleveland Brown insiders. They said that he has a path to be the quarterback, to be the Browns' Week 1 starting quarterback. Here it is. Kimberly A. Martin of ESPN said that Kevin Stefanski has not yet closed the door on the possibility of Sanders winning the 4-way competition for the club starting job this summer. And I quote, "Listen, in that building, there are people who believe that Shedeur can 100% be the starter of this football team. You said it's an incumbent upon the Browns to put him in a situation. It's also incumbent upon Shedeur to do the work, which talking to people in that building, they've said he is soaking up everything like a sponge."
So here's my thing with Shedeur. I think I agree with this. He does have a path. Obviously not in their locker room. I don't know shit, but I think he has a path based on who he is. You know what's what's already separated him and why I'm trying my hardest not to let him get to Aaron Rodgers category with me, because he's actually
a pedigree.
Not just pedigree. He's a likable human being. Like, aside from all of the glitz and glam and all the shit that he trust me, I poked at him for the shit with him and Ward when they were in that workout together, and he was just like, he made it a money thing, and I'm like, you're corny for that, because he's here to play football. That's what we want, football, right? You talk about endorsements, nobody care about that shit right now. Try to get to the league. But aside from that, I've never heard teammates say they don't fuck with him. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard anybody and when he's in a room, he lights the room up. Like, people, he's a gravity guy. Like, people gravitate towards him because of his personality. That's a lot of his dad in him, but I'm not gonna give it all to his dad. It's him.
That's good leadership quality to have too.
When people like you, especially, remember, what do we always say? Who's the most popular guy in the locker room? The backup quarterback. And if he starts off as like not being given this job and having to work for it, which I think we all can agree, he's very much going to have to work for it. He got drafted behind another quarterback on that team already. They have 2 other guys in that room already, and a 5th guy who fucking Cosby, who knows what's going on with that guy. But at the end of the day, people on that team are going to like him. And that's the first step. Midget Mac, I don't think is going to get the job. Dylan Gabriel.
Midget Mac. That's cold, man.
Should I have called him Dale? I'm sorry.
They're gonna get you.
Yeah, I realized I drag Dale more when he's not here. So that just give him incentive to show up. There you go.
Bring your ass.
Bring your ass.
Yeah, I can't help it. I do it right to his face, and I can't help it.
Yeah.
Damn, Daddy, don't you?
He said, "I'm blunt." Yeah, I like this. I like this being talked about. I hope he's not given the job. I hope he has to earn it, and I hope he does.
Couldn't agree more. I know I've seen a couple of videos of him in practice. I know it's just practice, but man, he's always been an accurate quarterback. But just looking at the drills he was doing, his feet movement, his position, his release, everything was on point.
I told Will that one time. I was like,
Here's burning.
Did I get him? Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
What's up, Dale? Hey, he look real tall in that picture, don't he?
I know, right?
I thought he was just trying to. I thought he was just trying to cover up the ball.
I think it's the way he cropped the picture.
Nah, he's standing on a phone book.
4 of them.
Oh, he on that stool you talking about. He on that stool.
That stool with the socks.
With the black socks.
Nah, but the Browns will be out their rabbit ass mind to start him week 1. Out of their rabbit ass mind.
Why you say that?
I say that because they still got to recoup for all this shit they did with Watson. They need another pick next year. No, I understand that. Let Joe Flacco have his farewell tour.
Okay,
And then if Flacco fucks up between week 4 and 8, Shedeur should have the second reign. And then that would be Cleveland will already probably be in position to be one of the worst in the league. You don't give Shedeur, because I think if you let him start week 1, he's going to fuck all that shit up. And that's not him fucking it up. It's just how talented a player he can be. Because if they have a different quarterback, how are we judging the Browns? If Shedeur is the starting QB week 1, how are we judging the Browns in terms of the team? How would you judge them? How would you judge them?
Well, I think we're always gonna assume. So, all right. So I think the point you're making is like our expectations will change if he starts week 1 versus if he comes in later. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't. Because
I think they have the core. I think they have a good receiving core for him. The running back situation is kind of iffy because we don't know what else Chubb can give you. So if you put yourself in a spot next year where you're in a spot, I mean, you're not going to go get a fucking running back with your first round pick if it's 1 through 5, but you can kind of lie to yourself to go get a running back help, maybe the 2nd round, 3rd round, and all that. So, yeah, man, I mean, still get his opportunity. I feel like it'll come latter, middle of the season, maybe.
Yeah, I went to look at the Browns depth chart, and one of their receivers, like the 5th receiver, his name is Jamari Thrash. But when I saw it, it just looked like Jamari Trash. I was like, oh, shit. But they're starting with I know their number 1 receiver is Jerry Jeudy. He had a breakout year last year, which was shocking, honestly. On a new team, we expected him to have a little struggle because their quarterback situation wasn't great, but he showed up and showed out. Their number 2 receiver is going to be Cedric Tillman. He showed some flashes last year as a 2nd-year player. I think this is his 3rd year. I can't really. Oh no,
that Thrash kid, is that James Thrash son?
If it is, I don't know who he had that child with, but they were dark because James Thrash was like lighter than me, and this brother is Took's color. Like so whoever he had that child, if it is whoever he had that child with, is a Nubian queen. And they also got Deontay Johnson, who is hit or miss, but when he's on, is like a really good slot guy or get outside and stretch the field guy.
That's the guy from Carolina, right? That fucked off their game.
The Ravens,
Carolina via he Ravens, but he started at the Steelers and showed great flashes.
He did. I forgot about that.
But he also had a drop problem, and because they could have fought through that, but because they just reproduced receivers so much in that system, they just let him go. You said no way Tillman is number 2. Hey, then maybe Tillman's number 3. They got him listed as 2, though. Is all I'm saying. But I guess Deontay Johnson could be number 2, and then Tillman could be the slot guy. But that's a big ass slot guy. He's 6'3", 215. What's your beef with Tillman, Dale? Was he once a Saint or something? I don't know. No, he got picked by Cleveland out of Tennessee. So what's your problem?
Out of Tennessee, he must have put it on him or something.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
No, Dale hold grudges.
Vendetta Dale, like it's crazy.
Vendetta Dale. All right, next up, there's rumors floating around that TJ Watt and the Steelers are getting pretty close to a contract extension. Took, do you think TJ gets his deal before Micah?
Yep. You know how this goes. Cowboys always doing some dumb shit. Let somebody get paid before the other, and now they got the man. You know how this is. It's happened in the last 2-3 instances where they had to go sign a player. But shout out to my cousin all. He told me a birthday gift. So, hopefully that since it comes before the season start, and I can get a good birthday card.
See, this year he's set to make $21.1 million. But currently, they say because Garrett set the market at 40, do you think he makes Garrett type money?
Yep, hell yeah, he can make Garrett type money, and we don't have to pull up the crayon to why.
So I don't know exactly what Garrett's sack numbers are, but I do know sacks hold more weight than just tackles and stopping the run when it comes time for contract conversations. And with that, TJ's sack numbers are always higher, I'm pretty sure, than Mr. Garrett, because they kind of play a different position. I mean, they do both play edge, but isn't Garrett more of a are they 3-4 or 4-3? I feel he feels like a 3-4.
I think they're 4. I think Garrett's 4-3.
Okay, because I know TJ they play 3-4, but he's off the edge. He's the outside. So what do we?
Yeah, you're right. He's got 108 career sacks to Garrett's 102.5.
Oh, okay. But I'm gonna actually shoot myself in the foot here and say I actually was wrong. I expected that number to be much bigger, a much greater difference than that. And he's also played more games. Oh, they're right on par then. Well, maybe he won't make that money then.
Both got Defensive Player of the Year awards. Damn, he's got more forced fumbles than him too. He's pretty man.
Whooping his ass during the head-to-head, but that's not fair to Miles.
He got 7 interceptions, 331 solo tackles, 333 forced fumbles, 12 fumble recoveries. He's beating Garrett in everything. So yes, to Took's part, he deserves that money.
My man being the crayon color that he is, shout out to my cousin.
Don't do that.
He gonna win that debate every time when he pull that up. And you bring a discussion in with Myles Garrett. And hey, for anybody that thinks it's a racial take, no. African Americans are dominating right now in the football world. So the guys on the other side, if they definitely doing their thing, they deserve that amount, that equal pay that we talk about in this world, everybody. And I'm only talking like that.
Separate but equal.
Separate but equal.
Oh shit! You know what I got on, y'all? I got on. I'm sure it's gonna come up, but I got on Game 1 Stanley Cup.
Oh yeah, Florida up. Right?
Florida up 3-2.
Oh man,
3-2.
Apparently, goalie play is going to be optional in this series if we're at 3-2 in the second.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Also, quick question. Are you as annoyed as I am at how long a gap it's been between the last NBA play? Can the final start already?
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
but Jesus.
The only good thing about it is it starts around my birthday, so I don't really care.
It could have started today, been on your birthday.
There's a couple of times where it started on June 4th. I remember the June 4th game, Kobe Bryant, you know what I'm saying? 40, 10, and 10 and 09. Hey, it happens sometimes. But yeah, the NBA finals need to start, man, because I want to see that. It's going to be a hell of a finals, man, regardless if you're watching or not. It's going to be a good one.
I know our production guy isn't asking for a fucking drop when he's not here to make the fucking drop.
We're going to drop his ass.
They have a birthday drop. He's buried somewhere in here.
Oh, we got a birthday drop? Oh, they was doing me wrong, Dale. Sorry for what I said, dog. That's why I always defend you, Dale.
Nah, there ain't no drop because he ain't here to make it.
There's a drop in here for that?
We're going to have a birthday drop tonight. We're going to have a birthday drop. We might have a birthday cake on the show. We don't know.
So, Steelers are active again in trade rumors. They lost their tight end. I think his name is Parm, the tight end they got from San Diego. Former, he played for the Renegades? What do you play for?
They play.
Anyhow, he played for who too?
Oh no, you talking about the tight end per arm? Then he played with the Chargers.
Yeah.
He was the wide receiver for the Chargers, right? Wasn't he like the third receiver?
Yeah, but I want to say he started when he played with the who said he played for? Arlington Renegades. He was here in 2020. I know the name sounded familiar.
Okay.
But no,
okay.
I don't think so. He was undrafted. He started with the Lions and Skins in 19, Renegades in 20, and then 20 to 23 with the Chargers. Last year he was with the Broncos, but he's on the practice squad. And then this year he's with the Steelers. He was expected to get some run, but had a significant injury to where I think it was an Achilles injury, to where he may be out. He will be out for the season. So that brings up the rumor that they are interested in trying to acquire Jonnu Smith from the Dolphins.
They don't believe in it. They don't believe in that. They don't believe in that other dog. They need a 2 tight end set, but they don't believe in home. Shit.
Cool. Wait.
Figueroa? I think his name was.
I got distracted. Who we talking about?
Pharaoh Brown.
Oh, and so they don't believe in. So they only got fire moves, and they want the second one.
Another one. They don't believe in fire moves. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think he had a down season last year.
They don't believe in moves. They love moves.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, maybe security. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they see something that we don't see.
Fair enough.
Like I said, I don't know if it's the play. Maybe they just trying to keep him healthy. He was injured at a point last year, right?
Maybe. You know what You know what it probably is too, though.
What's that?
What's their quarterback situation looking like?
They don't know because right now Mason Rudolph is his penciled in starter, followed up by Will Howard.
Right. So, what's the quarterback's best friend?
Tight end. Absolutely.
We're gonna need as much of them as we got because we ain't got no quarterback play out here. We're gonna need all the tight ends available. we gonna run 3 tight end sets out this bitch. Like we're not playing.
Let me say 3 tight end sets, and we ain't running.
We're not running, but you won't know it until we hike it. Also, 2.
Yeah.
It's your birthday, yes, it's your day. It's your birthday, or your favorite holiday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday, baby. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Yes, it's your day. It's your
Don't play it
birthday.
again. How do you stop it? Oh, okay. All right, that's how you stop it.
There you go, Dale. Shout out to my brother too, man.
Oh, shout out to the man, Dale, man. Shout out to you guys, man.
I found that out. I found that right after I found this. But that's on my phone. That's not.
Hear that jamming by itself.
I'm in my crib.
Oh man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate
You already know.
Man. Moving on up.
What we got up next? We rolling right along here. This one I'm kind of tired of talking about, but this is a new spin on it. They're saying that right now might be time for Jalen Ramsey, who's available for trade, rumored to possibly going back to the Rams. It's been rumored with the Cowboys and such. But say it might be time for him to move to safety. Are we at that point yet, gentlemen?
Look, could he still be a quality corner? Yes. Here's my issue, though. He's probably going to want to be paid as a top corner, of which he is no longer. But if you move him to free safety and let him just roam around and have some fun, I think he should invite that change. McCourty
is going to stay in his career.
McCourty went from a solid corner who had a rough year, and then they moved him to free and became a Pro Bowler. I think multiple-time Pro Bowler, if I'm correct. So there's precedent for this type of move. Here's my only issue, though. It has to be the right system to do it. Because
what system would that be?
whatever system likes to run nickel and have that nickel corner crack down on runs too, because as a true free, I don't know if he has the actual ball skills. He's never been a great ball skill guy. He plays corner he one of them guys, great corner, but he plays corner for a reason. Like McCourty had ball skills. He can go out, he was a ball hawk. He can go get interceptions. He had great hands. Ramsey, I question his hands. He was always a great deflection guy. Why? Because he ain't catching them shits. So he had to bat him down. He got some picks, but he's not a great interception guy. So we will Rams see what happens. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the Rams. But yeah, I think safety. Hey, he's a pretty good tackler. Could y'all see him playing strong?
Would he put his nose in the dirt like that? Would he get in the box?
The box is the question, but
he seems like a prima donna.
A little bit at time. Here's the thing: do you even want him in the box? Because will he stay healthy doing it? If you ain't staying healthy at corner, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna stay healthy at safety.
He's gonna get banged up in there for sure.
Yeah. So that means you gotta put him at free safety, but at free safety, yeah, I don't know. He might not be the type for this move. I don't know. Got questions.
This kind of ties into another topic a little bit. So you said a system where he probably can slide into the nickel.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm not trying to make this a cowboy, y'all.
But it's good fit.
And the reason why I say that is because I know they've had Bland at the nickel, and he ain't feeling it, which I get, because it's gonna cost him money if he plays nickel versus playing outside. Right. But your boy Diggs, he's already forfeited $500,000 because he's not at least attending OTAs. I guess it's part of his contract. Do you feel like Diggs can possibly see himself up out of here and he can put Bland back outside and trade for Ramsey?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I think it'd be a good spot for him. And
you like that too?
They're going after older corners.
Shift Diggs with his brother. Oh, New England.
Come on down. We'll take him. That's another corner. Another ball out there.
Y'all thinking the McCourtys or the Diggs?
Oh, that's a tough one. Shit. That's a good question. Holy shit.
If only Stephen played fucking defense, it'd be fucking fine.
I know, right? Because it would be easier to judge, right? Like,
right, exactly.
Yeah. But as like overall success, you gotta take the Diggs.
Shout out to the McCourty.
Jason McCourty was okay.
Was he really?
He was okay.
You're so nice. You're so nice.
He was okay.
He was nice to the Titans, dog. For real.
That's what I'm saying. But then he did have he was nice with the Titans. The Titans defense was great.
We gotta have somebody.
How does this dream scenario work out financially, Coach? It's always the fucking Saints guys talk about financials, like y'all know what you're talking about.
Because we still have $32.3 million of salary cap, and we haven't extended Micah. Once Micah is extended, that's going to free up half of that. What he would have of the $21 million he would have made this year. That's how it happens.
You're selling, Coach.
We manage the cap, baby.
You're selling salt to a slug right now. You're selling salt to a slug. He has no idea concept of he has no idea what's going on.
We finally, and I want to be the first to say, I know I'd always bitch and whine and complain about Stephen Jones is going to be worse owner than Jerry. Okay. I want to recant that statement.
Oh, no.
Since Stephen Jones has been more involved this offseason, shit's looking good.
So why do your fans think, or why do like people around think this has been the worst Cowboys offseason? Y'all had a shitty offseason. I don't understand.
Because they're delusional. I think they can sign everybody that's available.
The Dallas Cowboys fans have finally realized you got to beat your team up a bit. And hopefully you'll see results. Hopefully we see results.
Take out the rose-colored glasses.
Over here, Jalen Hurts winning the title is going to turn them up.
As a Cowboy fan, I have to admit, Eagles got two now. I see it getting a little warm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Cause they looking good for a repeat.
Oh yeah, we can't have that.
Madden covers and all that shit, huh?
If the Eagles repeat, I might have to become a full-time college football fan only. I don't think I can take that.
hey, at the rate they're going, Dale gonna join you.
Now, Dale's glutton for punishment.
He said he's a masochist.
Okay, so we've talked about this before. The possible expansion overseas of a division. The NFLPA is actually the one that is spearheading this. They expect the NFL to push for a 14 European division. How do y'all feel about that? They will take it from 32 to 36 franchises.
Well,
What,
as
NFL?
long as
Yep.
Oh, fuck out of here.
I like 4 though. I like 4 teams. That's cool.
What teams in
I
East
thought it was
Division?
gonna just
Say again?
you could do it that, or that'd be their own division.
Yeah. So they're saying that London should be able to support at least 2 teams.
For sure. Plenty of people.
Um,
And then I'm guessing like a Germany and then
Spain.
wow, that would be crazy. They love soccer. They don't want football, do they? Wrong. They're gonna get to the game and be like, that's not what we meant. We
So
thought y'all
you're
meant
telling
fucking
me-
soccer.
Telling me we're going to get overseas teams before we get a Canadian team. This is blasphemy.
I want to take a shot at him, but he's not wrong. That's actually a really good point. That's crazy. You're right, Jake. That's nuts.
So this year already, as far as the matchups for the international game, they expanded it this year. They have games in Sao Paulo, Dublin, 3 games in London, 1 in Berlin, and Spain, Madrid. Madrid, Spain, rather.
Huh. So they're trying to kick the. Have they done Spain before? They might be kicking the tires on Spain right now.
I think this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I don't remember a Spain one. Because trust me, the boys are gonna get in trouble when they go to Spain. When I'm telling you, the women, they're gonna be in trouble. They're gonna salsa their way into some bullshit over there. But yeah, look, I like that would be fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. Now, here's my problem though.
Yes, sir.
The expansion draft to build those teams has to be aggressive. It can't be light. And I mean, like, when I say aggressive, some teams are going to be upset because they got to have some real talent. Otherwise, you're just going to build 4 Carolina Panthers over there. That's all you're going to do.
Yep. You
Patrick Mahomes.
excellent point.
Holy shit. I didn't mean that aggressive, Jake, but good point.
What did he say?
He said Patrick Mahomes in London. I was like, holy
That would be that's super aggressive.
But I will say that, yeah, quarterbacks will be safe. That'll be everybody's protected.
No, I don't think all quarterbacks will be safe. I say this. If you're on the market and you're trying to demand some money and they have the expansion cap around that time, that guy, the team either has to sign that man or he got to go to that expansion team.
So when a guy's contract's up and they're like, oh, so you know what I would say? You know what I would say, which would make this really fun. In the year that they do this expansion draft, which is going to have to happen, no franchise tag that year.
Yep.
I like that.
You either sign your guys or you don't.
Or let them go. I like that.
We're going to see what the definition of business is now.
Man, the Bengals would be pissed.
That's their go-to move.
We don't want to pay you. Here's a franchise tag.
Yeah. Also, fucking Kirk Cousins may have never happened if this was happening in that year. Falcons definitely would have saved some money, I'll tell you that. But yeah, so that's my stipulation. If you're gonna add 4 teams, I'm here for it. I like it. I like the idea. But no franchise tag that year, and you gotta be. You can't. The other thing you gotta do is your protection, because a draft like that, you get to protect. You get to protect certain players in your team. The protection number can't be large. it's got to be like, let's call it 20 to 22 players protection, and everyone else's game.
Ooh, that's not even half the roster.
Does this would adding 4 teams mean that they would have to expand the regular season?
You know they will. That'll be their excuse to do it. That's probably why they're doing this.
And also, they're talking about bringing these 4 teams. Didn't they just start playing in Brazil too? Are they pretty much telling them to get fucked?
No, that's the first game.
Yeah, but
so they wouldn't have a chance for a team then.
Man, I don't know if they want to have Team Brazil though. To be honest,
I wouldn't. They fucking hate us.
It's the rough over there too. You talking about putting multi-millionaires in that type of environment?
Yeah. Also, Brazil not as Americanized as parts of Europe. That's the other thing. If you're gonna do this with a bunch of American athletes,
they gotta be comfortable.
You kind of gotta make them comfortable. Like,
or first time his contract is up, they're out.
Also, here's the other thing that's gonna change drastically with 4 European teams. All these people with pending cases and shit, it's not the same. They don't have the same laws. There's gonna be a whole bunch of shit going on when they go over there. There's visas involved, all type of shit. Like, there's certain places in this world you can't go if you have a felony here. Like, I don't think I'm ever allowed to go back to Japan. Well, I say back, I never went. But I'm saying I can't go to Japan, I don't think.
I'll sneak you in.
I'm not gonna work. How would you gonna sneak me in? I'm fucking 250.
I got an oversized bag.
But
sir,
dress him up like a stuffed animal.
Yeah. Sir,
I put my bear suit on. I put my bear suit on. My panda suit.
Give me my rabbit.
And also to speak to your Brazil comment, Jake, I would assume if you're adding 4 whole teams, you kind of want to keep them on one continent, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna make it like a trip. Like, every division, when they play this division, they're gonna go over there. Let's say let's just call one team the Monarchs, one team the fucking Tower, Eiffel Towers, whatever. It's not gonna be in France, but whatever. It's called Big Bens, whatever we want to call them. Liverpool will probably get involved because
can we get one? Can't we get one in Ireland for the Shamrocks?
There you go. But Ireland, they just don't like black folk.
We need a team in Africa, dog. That's cool.
And you talk about a league that's 55-60% black.
Yeah, it's just like,
Hey, look. If a bunch of those white hicks from Kentucky can cheer on their basketball team, nah, that's not the same. Never mind.
It's not the same because they live football down there, so they can make some. You remember the was it the joke from dude? He was like, if you really want to make moves, it was Shane Gillis. He was like, if you really want to make moves in civil rights situations, give him a football team. he was like, yo, remember the Titans covers a span of like 4 weeks. He was like, they went from get them out of our schools to, well, shit, they're winning games. He was like, that shit happened quick. Yeah, so you want to keep them on the same continent because they're gonna be their own division. So the Brazil thing would be like, you'd have 3 teams in Europe and then there's one down in Brazil. That'd be a nightmare. You want to have the scheduling would be crazy. You kind of want to keep them all on one continent. Is what I'm assuming.
Yes. Yeah. OTAs for a lot of teams have already occurred. There's one particular, OTAs, otherwise known as organized team activities. They're required to be there for those if they're in contract, obviously. One particular absence, one of Will's former Florida Gators.
Of course. Menace.
Kyle Pitts. He's been absent. And there's been some rumors about possible trading and trade for him and things like that. We've talked about it before. A change of scenery will probably be optimal for him. What do you think he ends up at?
New England, come on down.
You know, the crazy thing is, I was about to say the same damn thing.
Yeah, except I don't know if we're going to be keen to hop up and grab another Florida tight end.
Oh,
Didn't think about that.
I did some
you
bits.
had to do it, didn't you?
Did, but I would love him to come here. But I think reasonably, man, there's so many good teams he could go to that would use him. You know who this smells like? Because think about the timeline, right? Think about timelines and how things line up. This smells like a Chiefs move.
I didn't think about that, but that's excellent.
That is fucking peak Chiefs bullshit right there. That's because they run shit the way the Patriots used to, and this is exactly what the Patriots would do here in our dynasty years. This is the Chiefs fucking move right here. Kelce's on his way out. My man is basically a Swiftie at this point. Like it's about
Oh shit.
I'll be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
Dark horse from Kyle Pitts, the Green Bay Packers. I'm looking at that division right now. Then the Bears shot on the number one first rounder, who they are projecting to be a top tight end because he was there. We don't know that, but keep with me. Vikings got Hawkinson.
Yep.
Lions got Laporta.
Yep.
I think the Packers can eye that move to say we are going to get the best tight end in the division, a guy that may not be good now, but maybe in our system he flourishes. We got so many receivers that people are going to look at weekly. Why this guy can't get targets?
Mm-hmm.
So again, you got a guy last year. I think you got Kraft, and he wasn't really healthy like that last year. You add another dimension. Yeah.
And to add to your point about the division, and Cleveland got Njoku. So like, yeah, they're the only one in that division that doesn't have like a true, basically an elite tight end. All the other teams have an elite tight end, pretty much. My only issue with Green Bay, I think it's a great fit, actually. I wonder though, when's the last time a Packers tight end flourished? They just don't use them well.
Maybe Richard Rodgers. That was
like
it.
Mark Chmura?
Chimera, yeah. Under Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, that's far, bro. That's a while ago. That was like early in McCarthy's run, not even late. So I don't know if there's, but again, their system, they went out to get a tight end last year, which means they had planned on using a tight end. And don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers got the most out of the tight ends he had there. But that was Aaron Rodgers. As much as I hate him, he's great. I don't know if Love is there yet. But yeah, I like that fit too. Packers make sense.
The infamous Mark Chimera.
We're fishing today. You know what I'm saying? You know?
We fishing. Gone fishing.
I think I might have bruised my hand or something though today though.
You been knocking folks out too?
Ace man this time. Nah, my coworker was in the freezer, man, bringing some stuff out, and what she was carrying along with the door hit my hand. It wasn't hurting at first, but as I worked, now it's killing me, man. Hope this Henny gonna make it all feel better.
Get some ice on it. They said, hope the Henny make it all better. Henny and ice. He said, I got ice. It's in the Henny.
So before we take a look at our last topic for the night, real quick, Dale, if you're still here, if the Saints hypothetically they did leave, what team would you cheer for?
Oh, and while we wait for him,
Falcons.
Yeah, while we wait for him to have an aneurysm, I will also mention that that pitch to the Chiefs. The reason why I like that, it's not just because they need a tight end coming up soon with Kelce on his way out. How do they use Kelce? They use him more. Tell your girl to get the baby oil too for your hand. Baby oil in hand is a whole different convo, but
why does he hate the Falcons so much? It's not like they've been winning or something.
That's what I don't understand. I never got that.
Like for us, the Eagles know they did their thing, but it's like, yeah, they're the Eagles.
Like for example, I expect them to view the Falcons the way we view the Jets. Like we never care. They
just on the schedule.
Yeah, twice. We see it twice. We don't. It's probably a win both times. You suck. Why do we care? You know what it is? It's from them Dirty Bird years and them trash bag Dirty Bird years. It was trash bags and Dirty Bird.
That came that dancing on their ass.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, Jamal Anderson ran up and down their ass.
Not sure. I'll possibly just be a fantasy guy if the Saints left.
That's fair. I mean, it's whack, but it's fair.
My
Or
man,
he just amp up his LSU fantasy.
God, it would. That's the only way it could get worse.
It's Pop Warner team. The Black Sox.
If it happened tomorrow, if the Saints left tomorrow, I can honestly think, I honestly believe he'd be a Bengals fan because they got their two best players.
Yeah, they got too many Tigers on there.
Tigers,
And they suck just
their
as
two
much.
best players, and he'll be right at home with the losses,
You're a Jake.
and they suck exactly.
All right, fellas, last topic for the night. Real quick, we've got 10 names of the top free agents that are still available. You've got Amari Cooper, Aaron Rodgers, Keenan Allen. We already talked about J.K. Dobbins, Justin Simmons, Julian Blackmon, Asante Samuel Jr., Kazir White, Zadarius Smith, and Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis.
Any of those excite you?
I think Gabe Davis might be going to be with Pittsburgh.
I think it's where he's going to end up too. They got him for the best fits. They said will probably be with Malik Neighbors and Darius Slayton with the Giants.
Who, Gabe?
Gabe? They say he's already met with the Giants.
I can see that. They got best fits for all these players?
Yes. Oh,
we're gonna need you to read those. All of them.
Okay, so we start with Amari Cooper. And I kind of like this one. With Marvin Harrison Jr. in Arizona.
Mm-hmm. You get a proven vet, you get a proven cool, chill vet. You can know you the ropes. You know somebody ain't that flashy. You can be on your flash still, Marvin Harrison Jr. You're still the number one guy. He's gonna respect his world as the number two. Yeah, I'll be decent.
And Amari's like 6'1", 6'2". He's not another 5'7" guy that fucking 5'7" quarterback is throwing to. It makes no goddamn sense every time they do this.
Exceptional route runner.
Yeah. Yeah. Number one wide receiver.
Number two is Will's favorite quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
The best fit for him is still the Steelers.
Yeah.
It's still the Steelers. What else did they say, though? Is there any other teams?
Nope. They just got the Steelers on there. Yep.
Yeah.
Said obvious hold at the top of the quarterback chart is the reason why he's the best fit there. Keenan Allen, 49ers.
I mean, sure.
So Ricky's dealing with a hamstring injury already?
Yeah,
he's gonna be dealing with those hamstrings for the rest of his life.
He came back from getting shot. He can come back for anything, but he got these hamstrings. But they got shot in the chest.
Yeah.
Okay.
And luckily it passed through. It didn't hit any vital organs.
No heart, no vital organs, and no spine. He got lucky as fuck. But 49ers would do this. They would go out and get depth at receiver for their always injured receiving core and get a guy who's also always injured. I
think Debo brings the present that receiver that Debo brung, but that's about it for me. He can separate himself probably a bit, but it's not a bad move. We know Keenan got something left in the tank though.
Yeah, he played well when he was on the field last year.
When he was on the field.
Every time.
We talked about J.K. Dobbins visiting with the Broncos. They said the best fit here would be the Dolphins with the release of Mustard.
Oh, they let go of Mustard?
Mm-hmm. How many tiny midget little running backs do they want? All right, go ahead.
They said a backfield by committee approach can help Dobbins remain healthy for a full season. They have 18 as a lead back, but lack a reliable option behind him.
I don't see. This is the way not to go. I don't think the way to go to try to protect the guy that is in front of those running backs. He can't stay healthy. So once
Right.
you want somebody that can not only do all that extra shit to keep him protected, yeah, Miami tripping, dog.
Then you got a quarterback that can't stay on the field.
We just did this. We just did this with Keenan Allen. We're doing it again with Dobbins. You don't go Dobbins. You don't go somewhere where they're also already always hurt like that. That's the point. You got to go somewhere that you could just get touches.
I like the Denver move. Go to Denver.
Yeah, I think it's best fit for him. Justin Simmons. They said the best fit for him is Kansas City. The Chiefs had loved veteran safeties. They had Honey Badger. They had Justin Reed. They signed Mike Edwards for a second stint, but they don't have a captain at safety.
I would take him.
Not a bad move. Yeah.
He's in the championship. He's in the championship worthy system. I think that could turn him into something that they will need and want on a weekly basis.
Justin Simmons, BC alum, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. He could just go back to New England.
Come on home. Come on home. We'll take all the DBs you got.
Julian Blackmon. Best fit, the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers defense allowed a league-high 35 touchdown receptions and a league-high 105.4 passer rating.
Yo, what that say about you when they say your best fit is on the Panthers? I feel bad. I'd be like, the fuck y'all.
You sit your starting quarterback and start your backup. And
I'd just be like, I'll be a backup. How about that? Then now where's my best fit if I'm a backup?
Number 7 is Asante Samuel Jr. The Saints. They had the NFL's 27th ranked pass defense a year ago. Are Kool-Aid McKinstry and Taylor both ready to be starting cornerbacks? And the Saints have reportedly already brought him in for a visit.
Yeah, they need some veteran help.
You like that, Dale?
But hey, Saints, if I'm you, I wouldn't sign them. Go through misery. Same thing I was saying earlier with the Browns. You got to go through a little bit of misery because you still want one of those top picks next year. You don't want to.
You know damn well they will try their hardest every year to go 8-8.
Like, in other words, they're going to
say hardest.
That's Dale's thing. Get to the dance.
2 games in there, they're Super Bowl champions.
Dale's get to the dance.
Linebacker Kazir White, the Browns. The Browns had an 83.7 tackle efficiency percentage, which ranked last in the NFL for the second consecutive season, per Next Gen Stats.
What stat was that?
It was the tackle efficiency. So they 83.7% of the time they get the tackle. I wonder what the league average is. I'm gonna look that up or follow up.
Not that. That's for dead show. It's rough in the streets.
In these streets.
Let me see. Let me see. Tackling grades. Oh, got it right here. So the tackling grades for, let me see. Just to put it in perspective, number 1 was Kansas City at 94.6. That's pretty.
Wait, who was the top? I'm sorry, I fucking had a stroke.
Chiefs.
Okay. So they're the best tackle. The Chiefs are the best tacklers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
That shit did not look like that in the bowl.
The fix was in, man.
Yeah, it was. Fuck Philly.
Shedeur Smith. Let me see. Detroit. Even though Aiden Hutchinson was cleared to return, he is coming off a pretty significant injury. Had he been there before with them?
He's there right now. Is he
okay.
Now? Yeah.
Okay, so he's just a free agent.
Yeah, they just didn't resign him, which the people were saying they didn't understand that because they thought he did okay with them. Like he played well. I hope they weren't expecting him to come in and be Hutch. Like that's crazy.
And then we talked about the last one, which is Gabe Davis. So there's some pretty good quality out there in players.
Definitely. Free agents, man, you got to hurry up and sign, man. That money dried up already, so shit. Minimum money coming.
Who y'all got for shout-outs, gents?
We got shout out to all you guys, man. Appreciate the love, everybody. I'll get to all these Facebook comments by the fives. I'm not gonna be spending my time on Facebook writing comments all night. So I'll do 5 every like hour. And I'll get back to everybody. Appreciate everybody showing love, man. 30 again.
One big post.
Yes.
One big post. Just thanks you to everyone who said happy birthday to me.
Yeah, I want to. No. I've been shortcutting all year by writing at the beginning of the month, happy birthday, everybody on that month. So I have to at least thank them for saying happy birthday.
Tuke is brutal, man.
I love the efficiency, though.
It's ingenious. Let's be honest.
Supreme efficiency.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
that's how you prove you see what friends are really for you, man. When you write something like that, everybody that has that birthday, I'm gonna say, hey, just say thank you. You're thinking of you. Even if I ain't thinking of you.
You know, shout out to the chat. Everybody was there, especially you, Dale. And yeah, man, happy 47th birthday to Tuke.
Yes, happy. I'll take that tonight. I'll take 47, man. He wasn't.
He played with fire. He said that to Henny too. He fucking around.
That's why I gotta go. That's why I gotta go out with Jake. I know Jake goes to throw these hands. Not at him. Not at you, Jake.
Nah, hey, he'll get me back. Don't worry, he'll get me back.
Yeah, he will. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to you fellas. Shout out to the birthday boy. You already know.
Absolutely, my God.
And shout out to the team, man. We cooking right now. I love what we're doing. This is gonna keep doing it. Shout out to Unc. Hey, shout out to Unc, man. He showed up the last couple shows. He's cooking up. Mom Dukes was like, yo, she was like, what was Unc? Oh, he said Unc was having fun last night. He was funny as hell.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta step out of the office desk. You know what I'm saying? Come to you guys, man.
Sometimes you gotta step out and show me.
You gotta step on the show because you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta pick the pin. I think I poked him on Sunday, and I think that's why he came on. But no, that's true.
I heard.
Oh man!
And all we need to see, you still got that same energy, man. You know what I'm saying? You got that same energy, so you know we can fuck with it.
Already. Shout out to you fellas, man. Been a great week. Actually, a great couple of weeks in a row, man. You guys been banging it out. We're getting everything tidied up, rolling it right into football season. I can't wait. I wish this shit started tomorrow.
Yes, me too, man. With the way it's dried up, and I gotta spend the rest of my fucking summer hoping to win fucking first inning baseball bets, everybody, before we leave tonight. First inning baseball bets are setting me free. But I'm sick and tired of playing them because I have to fucking literally hope that nobody scores a run. So, yeah, bring football.
I can dig it.
That part. All right, fellas. What's up standout tonight? Huh?
Can you parlay those first innings?
You could parlay first as many under run first innings as you want.
Look at Will's face.
Bro.
Oh, that's problematic. No, that's problematic. Yeah. I'll talk to you later.
I just hit a two. I just hit a 2-gamer. I just hit a 2-gamer before we got on the show. I hit a 3-gamer yesterday.
What's the payout?
I say I got $10 to $20, bro.
Yeah.
2 or 3 over under ones is like between plus 350 and plus like 4 something. So $10 on that. That's like
wow. That's hell of a return on investment.
Yeah, it is.
So what's our standout tonight? We're going oh, you know what? Let's officially sing happy birthday to Tuke on the way up.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, say happy birthday to Floyd, man. You know, I got some cake here. We're gonna sing happy birthday officially to me after the show too, man. But you know.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. My God. Let's do it, baby.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.